Okay, this video is talking to you. It's going to teach you how to transfer your drawing onto a scratchboard and eliminate mistakes and keep your scratchboard nice and clean. Because we know, like, when you erase on scratchboard, it leaves a shininess there forever. So we want to avoid that. So hopefully you have your drawing. Your reference photo. You don't have to have it printed off. You can just draw from the computer. That's fine. But the first step is drawing it with a paper, with a pencil on white paper. Wow, I'm really good at talking. So this is a student example. He has it drawn, looks awesome. Any wonky, weird mistakes we've fixed, and he has a good outline that he's ready to put on his scratchboard, okay? Then what you do is, on the back of it, you color the whole back with graphite. If your picture goes all the way to the edge, you need to color all the way to the edge. His is just, I'm just looking at it in the light. I just need to do over here a bit more. Okay, and everywhere where I have a drawing, I've got the back shaded. Okay. Now you take your scratchboard and take your picture. Now his astronaut's kind of like cramped up in the corner. So I would suggest he kind of moves it. So that's the nice thing about this process too, is you can recenter your image where you want it to go. Okay. And then you need to tape it into place so it doesn't move. And I would recommend putting that tape on the back. So I'm going to hold this really still so it stays where I want it to. And I'll just tape it down in a couple spots. Okay. Now, just taking a pencil or a pen, you just draw right over the top. And what's going to happen is it's going to take the graphite that we laid down on the back of the paper, and the pressure doesn't even have to be a pencil, but the pressure I'm putting back here on top is going to create an outline on my scratchboard. So let me show you what that looks like. Do you see that in the video? I don't know if you can see that there. There you go. See? Then you have a very light outline to start scratching. Okay, so you'll outline the whole thing, and you know what, I'll just finish his helmet for the demo, and then his hand. Okay, all right, when you're totally outlined, you can take it off, and then you're ready to start scratching. Okay, at this point, students are really kind of nervous about starting. They don't really know exactly what to do first, and so they tend to just scratch out their whole outline with white lines. Absolutely do not do it. That's a bad idea. The reason is because you'll end up with white lines places where you don't really actually want a white outline. Places like right here where the back of the ball is fading into the background, or right here where the galaxy or planet rings are fading into the background as well. You don't want that separated by a white line. I don't want a white line there, okay? So avoid outlining the whole thing with white outlines. It's actually on the grading rubric is something I look for, and you'll get docked for if you do that. Instead, I'm going to start shading in the light areas. So like the helmet or the ball. And if I'm not sure what direction to go in, directional cross-hatching, hopefully you remember that, go with the curve of the object. Okay, that can be helpful in knowing what direction to go. And I start in the brightest area because I know if I mess up, it just needs to go brighter anyway. Okay, and then when I want it to fade into shadow, I know I need to start spacing my lines apart. And then a word of advice. Sometimes when students first get started, they think they've like messed up, or maybe they have messed up somewhere and they're like, think it's irreplaceable, think they need to start over. And most of the time I would say, no, you just need to scratch out the lighter areas lighter. So any mistake that you made really isn't as noticeable as you think. Once you get everything as bright as it needs to be, these tiny little lines, usually a mistake is not, you know, nearly as noticeable as it feels when you first start. So before you just jump into your second scratch board that I sent home and use that up, please show me a picture of it, and I can coach you through it rather than you just starting over, okay? In fact, I just did that for someone in class. She thought she needed to start over. She thought it was terrible. And I just coached her a little bit on what else to do, and she was feeling much better about it. So anyway, I won't go on and on. You get the idea. But reach out if you need any help at any point. You can drop in after school, or send me a picture, or set up a Google Meet, and I can help you on it.